Good evening. I'm Jake Sharpe, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the 1890 Initiative. The Huskers soccer team will be taking on the Oklahoma Sooners in just over an hour. It is their second exhibition game of the season after they took the victory in the recent matchup against South Dakota State 2-1. Nebraska football defensive coordinator Tony White spoke to the media today after practice. One point he talked about was how all the coaching experience on the defensive side of the ball was blending together to form a cohesive unit.
One, you got the knowledge aspect, right? You got some guys who have played at the highest level, coached at the highest level, coached some of the most elite players on the planet. You know what I mean? From Coach Rule down. And so it's really neat to be in the room and then listen to all the ideas and then come together and make this our defense, you know? And that's the thing I can't stress the most is that it is our defense. And there's some great stuff that T-Knight has up front. Rob's been awesome in terms of figuring out issues and trying to see those pictures ahead of time. And then, like I said, Coop with coverage stuff and his background in coverage, it's been fun to work with and mesh. And then they keep things light. You know, they're energetic. They're into the now. They're showing me pictures of shoes and stuff. I have no idea what they are. You know, oh, these are these. I was like, I have no idea. You know what I mean? So it's neat to be with them.
We'll hear more from Coach Tony White coming up on the show. More NFL preseason games are taking place tonight as 12 more teams will start their 2023-2024 campaigns. Our sports ticker is sponsored by the 1890 Initiative. Do you want to support Husker student athletes through name, image, and likeness? If so, visit 1890nebraska.com. Coming up next, a full 2 hours of Huskers Sports Nightly right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who remind you to buckle up and put the phone down.
They fake the handoff. Chuba keeps it himself. Touchdown, Nebraska. What a drive for the Huskers. They take a 6-0 lead. He's out of the pocket and shoved out of bounds. He'll lose a dozen yards. Clear back to the 34-yard line. Williams got shoved into the Husker bench. Quentin Newsom again there, DB.
Fed left. Lindsey gets it through. They stay with it. And Krause muscles it through a double Buckeye block. Becca Williams, Spring Lake, Texas, serves back right. Nice pass, quick attack. Becca, Alec, Big Red, kaboom.
Here is your host, Jessica Coody, on the Huskers Radio Network.
And it's the Friday Party Show. We're back, and Sirles is back. Jeremiah Sirles, Jessica Coody here with you on this Sports Nightly Friday evening. And he's already warned us that if he's a little bit distracted, it's because there's multiple NFL preseason games on.
Yes, I got 3 clients playing in the Giants-Detroit game. We got John Michael Schmitz, who's going to start at center for the Giants. We have Adrian Martinez and Ryan Swoboda. I got 3 of them going tonight. I got 6 total playing tonight, so I'm super juiced.
Okay, well, I want to talk to you about that, but just coming up on the show today, we had another media availability, so we're going to hear from defensive coordinator Tony White. You just heard a little bit from him in the ticker, and then we'll also hear from Rob Dvoracek, the linebackers coach, coming up in hour number 2 as well. And so Sirles is with us all night, the next couple of hours. So as you have been doing all week, send us your texts. Give us a call on our Sports Nightly hotline, 402-413-2400. If you have any questions you want him to answer. But you were saying you're nervous.
I am.
Is it like weird?
It's
were you nervous as a player?
Oh, of course. Of course.
You did
but like
every game?
it's so yeah. I mean, if you're not nervous, something's wrong with you.
Okay.
Like you have, but I do think there's a difference between being nervous and a little anxious, right? A little anxious to get to game time, especially night games, right? And so many of these guys in the preseason, I think back to when I got in my first preseason game, it's your first time ever playing in the NFL. It's your first time ever putting a jersey on that's got the shield right there on the chest, and you got these big logos, big helmets, and you know, it's super nerve-wracking, but it's also so exciting. So I'm super excited. I watched the Vikings game last night. You know, I just got to watch all these young guys get a chance to go chase their dream, what I got to do for 6 years, which was just incredible. And so, yeah, I get nervous, especially for my clients, because I just want them to do so well. I want them to do best. I mean, for a lot of reasons, one of which I'd like to put food on my table. So that's a big plus, you know, but also just because I want these guys to have big, long careers, because the NFL is the coolest thing you'll ever do in the world.
How's Adrian doing?
He's doing great. He's doing great. I know they just signed Teddy Bridgewater up there, so he's got a little bit more tough sledding to do now, but, you know, he's got to go out. And the great thing about the preseason, you're auditioning for 31 other teams. Right? You may not be on that team, but Other teams are always watching the preseason. They're always looking for guys. It's how I ended up getting traded to the Vikings in my second year because I did a really good preseason with the Chargers, and the Vikings like, hey, we need this guy on our team, and they make trades. So you see that happen all the time. So, yeah, this is an audition tape. It's not just for the Lions. It's not just for whatever team you're on. You're trying for every team in the NFL.
How about, too, I feel like, just with the way that the NFL has gone and they have more mobile quarterbacks, like this is a great time for him to be looking for a job, especially when you're talking about, and I think we had this discussion the other night about how when you have a quarterback, you want a quarterback that can run your system, right? And so if you've got a mobile quarterback that you're relying on their feet a little bit more, he's going to be able to back up somebody like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you saw it last night with Cunningham from Louisville. He went out there and just ran all over the Texans when he was with the Patriots last night. So you're seeing more and more of that. And the dual threat is starting to leak over more into the NFL because a quarterback that can escape, create, convert with his legs is going to keep the offense on the field. So, yeah, Adrian's got a great opportunity. He's cleaned up a lot of his mechanics. We got him working with Tony, I can never pronounce his last name, but he was the one who trained Kenny Pickett. So we got him plugged in with a quarterback guru that got him really well, got his mechanics cleaned up, and obviously his athleticism speaks for itself.
Yeah, I chatted with Jamari Butler today after practice, and he was saying, and we had this conversation, I think, on Tuesday night about how crazy it was for him with this new staff coming in, just coming fresh off the NFL, how the recovery part is so important. It's almost as important, if not more important, than even what they're doing pre-workout or working out or all of that. It's making sure that they're taking care of their body and so that they know, hey, this is what you're going to have to do in the NFL. If you want to play a long time in the NFL, which you're alluding to. And so, again, it's been fascinating because no college football team that I've worked with has had this kind of messaging about the recovery part of it and this adamant about making sure that their bodies are taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, when you get in the NFL, it's your job, right? It's your job to take care of your body. I mean, you don't have classes, you don't have study hall, like you are just football 24/7. And so if you can find a way, and Coach Rule saw that in the NFL, so he's implementing that stuff here because, I mean, recovery goes a long way, especially down the stretch, right? You want your best players feeling the best they can in November when you're trying to make a run. And so I think that's really important, and it's good messaging because if you can teach guys in college, just like how to be a good football player, if you can teach guys in college how to become good guys at recovering, it's just going to be better for your team.
It was funny. He was like, I just thought I was hopping in the cold tub, but I realized it's a lot more than that.
I love the cold tub, by the way. I miss the cold tub. I used to it was like the one time during the day where your body didn't hurt. Because everything's just numb, right? You're just sitting there and it's like, oh, I have to get out. It's been 20 minutes. I can't stay in here any longer.
Just fill up the tub with ice.
I do sometimes at home. I'll throw a big, we have the little kiddie pools for the kids. I'll dump some ice in there and just sit there. I mean, it's not pretty, but I'm in there.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, for guys that are going through these preseason games that are not the starters, I mean, what's the goal? What are coaches and staffs looking for as well?
I mean, the number one thing they're looking for is, do you panic? Right? Are you a different player from the practice field when all of a sudden the lights come on and it's real football time, right? Are you a different player? Do you go completely off the rails or do you stay in it? And also they're looking to see, can you handle the flow of the game, right? Can you handle the ups and downs of the NFL? I saw time and time again so many guys that would come from big-time college football teams that maybe lost only one game a year, right? And all of a sudden they're in the NFL, and now the game is close, always, right? I mean, NFL games come down to one score majority of the time, right? So when you're sitting there and you're working on it, you want to see, how does this player handle it? How does this player go through and say, hey, it's a close game. It's not a blowaway if you're from Alabama or whatever it is. How do you handle that? And also just the physicality. Are you a physical player? That's a big thing the NFL is always looking for.
All right, let's talk a little college and the Huskers. We're going to hear from Tony White here coming up in just a few minutes. But at this point in camp, I was told they're moving out of the dorms on Saturday, so they're getting close. Well, tomorrow. So they're almost there, and trust me, they're ready. Every guy I've talked to, they're ready to get the heck out of those dorms. But what are you kind of feeling as a player at this point in camp?
Tired. You're beat up, you're tired, but this is kind of the point in camp where you're starting to separate now from position battles to, hey, these are the guys. Now let's start getting geared up and really fine-tuned for season, right? The first few weeks of camp are all about just callousing your body. Right, getting used to getting hit every day, getting used to, hey, I'm sore, how do I work through this? And just getting your body conditioned for what a football season is. When you start heading into mid-August here and you're like, okay, we got a game to play in about 2 weeks, right? We're getting close now. Now's when you start really, okay, everything was installed offensively during training camp. But now you're going to go through and, okay, we run this well, we don't run that well, let's throw that out. Hey, let's really fine-tune this. Let's get multiple looks, multiple formations into this. And, hey, who's our guys, right? Who's our two deep, right? The two deep really starts to separate themselves at this point in camp, and you really start turning more over into the game prep mode, understanding what the week of practice is going to look like, getting into your routine of what you're going to be doing for the next 13, 12 weeks.
So Coach White had said Minnesota's watching. They're certainly trying to pick up anything that they can at this point. But we chatted about this before. We've talked about it several times. You're very familiar with Minnesota. So if you're Tony White and this defensive staff, and especially preparing for the Minnesota offensive line, what are you doing these next 2 weeks to be able to prepare and be ready for what they're going to face up front?
The number one thing I'm going to be doing is making sure that we understand gap integrity on defense, because Minnesota is so good at just kind of that running back super patient, and then if one guy gets out of their gap, he can put his foot in the ground and go, right? And so I'm really making sure, hey, everyone understands assignment and gap, especially with all the blitzes that we're going to be throwing at them. I mean, the 3-3-5 is 80% blitz rate, right? You're always coming from somewhere, one shape or form. So if I'm Tony White, I'm going, hey, these are our blitz packages. This is our base defense. Here's how we want to attack this. And then you're really just looking for guys to be able to create negative plays, right? Finding ways to get them off schedule. Excuse me. Minnesota loves to live in 2nd and 6, 3rd and 3, right? 2nd and 6, 3rd and 3. They'd love to be able to do that. So how do we create negative plays to get Minnesota into a 2nd and 10 and maybe a 3rd and 10 where they don't want to drop back and pass? They want to be in short yardage. So just finding ways to maybe scheme up some stuff against their offense, because their offense hasn't changed. It's going to be the exact same offense they've ran forever and always. So being able to get that versus I think Minnesota's just going to come out and be like, okay, we're just going to kind of feel our way through this until we can get a handle on what this defense looks like.
So, okay, Greg and I had this conversation a couple weeks ago talking about who would have the upper hand at this point, because Syracuse did play Minnesota in the bowl game, but Tony White was gone, but it was, I guess, his defense. I know that they had quite a few injuries in the Syracuse defense because for a while they were one of the best defenses in the country. They were leading the nation in a lot of different categories. But who has the upper hand at this point?
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
For sure. Because you can watch, and we used to do it too. We used to watch old tape from a new D coordinator that went to a new school, and so you're watching their clips from last year, but it's different.
How much does that translate?
It's different personnel. Like you can say, hey, this is what they might line up in this. They might line up in that. But like for the most part, it's different personnel, right? Tony White's not going to have the players he had at Syracuse. So he's going to say, okay, I don't have X player, but I have Isaac Gifford, right? So I'm going to use this blitz package with him. Or I didn't have a Luke Reimer type, but maybe he had 2 really good edge rushers, right? And so it'll go back and forth. So you can look at it and at least get a general idea of like, hey, they probably will line up in this formation in this front. But from a blitz standpoint, I don't think there's a lot of carryover that you can find off that tape.
So they're basically just, because you can also probably do too much in preparation for a team that you don't know. So let's flip that. If you're Minnesota, how are you preparing for Tony White's defense?
You just say, hey, we're just going to run our stuff, right? We're going to run our stuff. We're going to say, hey, this is how we run it. And we're going to come on the sidelines and we have to make in-game adjustments. That's going to be a big thing for Minnesota, is saying, okay, how do they do this? Okay, let's do this, let's do that. And that'll give us the upper hand, but I do think it's a big reason why we need to start fast, right? We need to start fast against Minnesota. We need to put up some points, put some pressure on that offense so that when they're trying to make adjustments, they're not making adjustments with a lead, right? You want to make sure they're trying to make adjustments, kind of scramble mode on that sideline there, and we can start to try and put some points on the board. But, it's going to be a lot of just in-game adjustments. How do they figure it out going back and forth? But, Minnesota's going to do what they do, which is mid-zone, mid-zone, mid-zone play action, right? And I think that you're just going to get a heavy dose of what they're really good at, and then they'll adjust as the game goes on.
But at this point in fall camp, how much of it is, hey, we're moving to game planning for Minnesota?
Probably next week.
Yeah.
I think starting next week, you start really starting to base install for Minnesota. Minnesota is what we call right now chasing ghosts, right? They're trying to just find anything they can. But the good news is we have good tape from them. We've played them in the past, right? We get all their tape from last year, and they haven't changed. So, this point in camp, you start installing 1st and 2nd down, your base runs, your base passes, and then probably the following week you'll start implementing some still 3rd down stuff. But you'll also still do a lot of good on good in practice still. There'll be probably 2 or 3 periods of game plan, but they're still doing a lot of ones versus ones, still trying to just sharpen yourself up.
I went out there the other night when we walked out there, and you had to go home for the sitter.
Yes.
I went back out there, and it's. I feel like it's getting that time where it gets a little chippy.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting pretty sick of each other.
You're really tired of hitting the same color at this point in camp, right? I mean, when you're talking about scout team, it's one thing, but when you're 1v1s, good v good, yeah, it gets real chippy. I mean, you see it in the NFL with joint practices, right? There was that massive brawl between the the Packers and the Bengals just a few days ago during joint practices. Tempers run high. It's an alpha game. You have to be an alpha to play this game. And when you get multiple times, and it just starts to fester and fester and fester, and usually all it takes is one tiny little like extra shove.
Yes, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to protect their guys.
It's just one little shove or one little mouthy comment, and then usually all hell breaks loose.
Who was the most annoying, frustrating Husker defensive player that you played?
Randy
against?
Gregory.
Yeah.
It's not even close. He was so frustrating because he was so good. But it made, for me, going against a guy like that every day in practice, it made the games easier. Right, when you're not going up against a guy that should have been a top 10 pick, I mean, it makes the games a lot easier. I talk about that like my center in New York right now. He's going up against Dexter Lawrence every single day, all pro nose guard, right? He's like, man, this guy's getting me. He's getting me. And then they had joint practice with Detroit, and he pulled up the tape from when he's just murdering the center from Detroit too. So it's like you get to really sharpen yourself, right? And I know Ty Robinson's making everyone better, and you're just trying to make everyone better.
They say, I mean, and you and I were up there too, and you heard this comment that Ty's on a different level.
Yeah, I mean, Ty is playing at an elite level from what the coaches have talked to me about, and we need him to, right? He's got to be a force in the middle for us this year. He looks enormous.
Yeah.
Right? He looks big. He looks like he's in great shape. So I'm really excited. I think he's primed for a monster year.
It's amazing how much meaner he looks when he shaves his head.
Oh, yeah. He looks very, very
He looks kind of nice
mean.
and friendly when he's got his hair, and then when he buzzes
and then
it,
he blacks his face out, too, with the eye black, right? He puts he's a scary human on game day.
All right, let's get to our first break here on Sports Nightly. But if you want to be a part of the show, I did see the phone call coming in. Sorry, the guys back there, the ringer wasn't on, so they missed it. So if you want to call back, give us a call back, 402-413-2400. The Sports Nightly hotline is brought to you by Woodhouse, where you can shop your way from one of the 16 convenient locations or online at woodhouse.com. Anytime with 18 brands and a huge selection of pre-owned. You can always find what you're looking for with Woodhouse. We're back to hear more from the defensive coordinator, Tony White, coming up after this.
Our planet, it's hungry. Blessed with millions of acres in this great nation, our farmers work tirelessly to feed the planet through seasons of uncertainty and seasons of growth. It's a tough business to do alone. As owners of Central Valley Ag, it's together that we move forward. There's room at the table. Find your seat at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Purchasing your vehicle has never been easier with Woodhouse Hyundai. Right now, lease the 2023 Hyundai Elantra SCL for $305 a month for 36 months and 10,000 miles a year. Plus, when you shop Woodhouse Hyundai, you can rest easy with Hyundai Shopper Assurance, America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Visit us online at woodhousehyundaiofomaha.com. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $19.99 down plus first payment and $299 doc fee to sign it. Offer expires 7/31/2023. See dealer for details.
If you're an unconditional, wholehearted, and ever so loyal Husker fan, you deserve to pay like one everywhere you go. With the free FNBO Husker Visa debit card. Fuel your fandom all season and beyond with a debit card just for you. It's free with any checking account from FNBO, the bank of Husker Nation. Get your free Husker Visa debit card at any branch or at fnbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
If unwanted hair is putting you in a prickly situation, give laser hair removal a try. Milan Laser Hair Removal delivers smooth, hair-free skin with permanent results for men and women of all skin tones. So there's no more unwanted stubble, razor burn, or ingrown hairs. Visit any of Milan Laser's 7 Nebraska locations to get 1 free treatment. Ready to never shave again? Call 833-NO-RAZOR or visit MilanLaser.com to book your free treatment and consultation. That's MilanLaser.com.
Hi, this is Jim Baldonado with the Home Agency. Just like our support and enthusiasm for Husker athletics, our multi-line insurance agencies are ready and eager to help you with your insurance needs. Don't wait for disaster to test your insurance coverage. Get ahead of the game and let our agents provide you with the peace of mind knowing that your needs will be met. For more information, call home, the home agency, that is at 1-800-245-4241. That's 1-800-245-4241. Go Big Red.
Hey, Husker fans. Kinetic now offers fast 99% reliable internet for just $39.99 a month for 12 months. Whether you're at home, school, or work, Kinetic Internet delivers the speed you need to stream, game, and stay connected with fellow Nebraska fans around the world. Only $39.99 a month for 12 months. And just like our teams in Scarlet and Cream, no one else even comes close. Check availability at windstream.com. Kinetic Internet, proud sponsor of Husker Athletics. Terms and conditions apply.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
For farmers, productivity isn't an option, it's everything. And at Valley, we feel the same, delivering game-changing technology and irrigation solutions that advance agricultural productivity, with the results to prove it. From our leading irrigation technology to expert advice, you can always rely on Valley to bring out the best in your farm. At Valley, productivity isn't an option, it's everything. Visit your local Valley dealer or valleyirrigation.com today.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For new Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip.
Works for me. New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Road Townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Get 3.9% financing for 66 months, plus up to $2,750 bonus cash on F-150 and F-150 Lightning. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Want to get all the latest Husker news straight to your phone? Need to be the first of your friends to get the scoop on all things Huskers? Sign up for text alerts from Nebraska Athletics. Text Huskers to 83200 to get game time notifications and updates, breaking news, special ticket offers, and more straight to your phone. All the Husker news is just a quick text away. Just text Huskers to 83200. Standard text messaging rates may apply and may vary by carrier.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, do you know the end? Solutions for every field.
There it is.
Welcome back to Sports Nightly. Jessica Coody, Jeremiah Sirles here with you on this Friday night edition of Sports Nightly. Did want to get to the text line real quick. We had Andy in Phoenix, big fan of the show, big fan of yours, Jeremiah, and was asking which current Husker defensive player as a left tackle. Okay, so if you're trying to stop one current Nebraska defensive player as a left tackle, who is that one problem player who would give yourself problems?
I haven't got to see a ton of him yet, but I do think MJ Sherman is going to be a problem off the edge.
Yeah,
I think he's got a really good build. He's got good power to him, and power was something that I always kind of would struggle with a little bit with the shorter guys. Like the shorter guys with long arms, and I think he's a power rusher that's going to be able to collapse the outside of the pocket. I think he's a guy that would give me some trouble. And then if I was playing guard, Ty Robinson he'd be like wrestling a bear. But I tell you, when I got one good one left in me, but that's about it. After that, and I'm only going to be able to play right tackle. The left knee does not cooperate anymore. I'd only be able to play right tackle.
That is fascinating, though. So those shorter, quicker guys that are on the edge, is that when you bring in somebody to help, like a tight end fullback to help out the offensive line?
You put someone in front of them so they can't use their great get off, or you have a back that's going to chip on them. Just enough to get them to stop your feet a little bit, let the tackle kind of get caught back up. So that's kind of what you try and do with those shorter, quicker guys. Or if you got a stud out there, you just be like, hey man, go win your money, go earn your stripes out there. Left tackle's a lonely island to play on, but that's why they pay you the big bucks.
All right, let's hear from the defensive coordinator. Tony White met with the media after practice today, and he was asked when he's putting together the defense, how much does creativity come into play?
Well, first, I think the biggest thing is putting the guys in position to be successful. Every play on defense is designed to do something. You know what I mean? And so you're saying to yourself, they're in two categories. You're trying to stop what the offense is doing to you, so you're calling defense that way, or there's a certain emphasis where you go back through the week, like yesterday we got a chance to self-scout, and then you're going back through and saying, what do we do wrong? What do we need to work on? So then now in practice, you're making an emphasis to just call that, regardless of situation. You're just saying, hey, I want to work on this. Let's get the organics of this, And so those are the two things that go on in our head is, one, making sure that they get used to seeing the pictures, but then two, making sure we're working on things we're not necessarily good at right now, so that way we can fix them.
That's what this time of camp is. I mean, we talked about it in the first segment. This time of camp is sharpening the things that you do really well, but then also really working on the things that you want to do well that you're not doing great right now, right? Things that you're going to need down the stretch. You're going to need the specific blitz look or the specific front against Michigan and Wisconsin and all the big dogs, or hey, we're going to need to work this coverage against the Ohio States of the world, whatever it is. You really have to start working on that in training camp now, getting reps at it, reps and reps and reps, so that you can just keep getting better at it, so that the time you need it, it's not clunky, right? It's fluid, it's flowing. And I loved what Tony White was talking about. Sometimes when he's calling a game, he's reacting to the defense or he's reacting to the offense. But I think a lot of what this defense wants to be is making the offense react to them. I think a lot of what Tony White's philosophy is like, you guys are going to be on your heels the whole game. You're never going to get a beat on what we do. You're never going to feel like, okay, they're going back to this, or he's just going to reach into his bag of tricks and pull out something else. And I love that about what this defense could bring. I do think at times it's going to be a feast or famine defense, because when you blitz, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And if you get caught and you get one guy out of that blitz gap, or you get one guy that gets beat, there are big plays to be had. But I do think there's going to be a lot of TFLs, more than we're used to seeing.
Did you get a chance to chat with Tony much in the spring?
I chatted with him when we were doing the pregame broadcast, or the pregame production meeting before Big Ten, before the spring game. And I got to chat with him, and he was like, the first thing he said, he's like, man, I'm just so excited to be here. He's like, I just am so excited to be at Nebraska, to be in the Big Ten, to be a chance to run out in Memorial Stadium. Like, he just is a high energy guy, but he also seems like a very cerebral guy.
Yeah.
Very cerebral. He's going to know the ins and outs, going to know the tendencies of the offense. And I feel like he's going to do a lot of prep and a lot of studying before the weeks.
He's really nice. And he's one of those guys too that we talk about, like the guys that have that switch, right? The best offensive linemen are really, really nice off of the field, and then have that switch when they step on the field, and they're mean and nasty on the field. Like, they're two completely polar opposite people when they're on the field and off of it. I feel like he's kind of like that a little bit. If you've seen him in practice, he's intense. I mean, he's obviously coaching up his guys, but he gets after them. He holds them to a high standard, and then off the field, he's very kind and nice and cheerful, and it's just it's two different guys.
Most coaches have a little Jekyll and Hyde to them. They really do. I mean, my O-line coach in San Diego, my rookie year, Joe De Los Sanders, he's with the Ravens now. Like, he would berate you in the meeting room like you wouldn't believe. He'd make you feel eeny, beeny, titsy, weeny, right? And then you'd be sitting at lunch after he just crushed you, and he'd walk up and he'd sit down next to you and be like, Jeremiah, how's your family? Like, how's your wife, Emma, doing? And he'd be like,
who are you?
What? Like, and it got to the point where you just realized, like, that's just who he was. Like, when he's in the meeting room, like, he is all about ball, and whatever is on that film, you can't hide from it, and we're going to work on it. But off the field, he's like, we talk to this day, he remembers my kids' names. Wow. I'd let him watch my kids. But, like, in that meeting room, he made me feel at times like I didn't exist. Like, you just wanted to crawl in a hole and die. But, like, you just expect that from those coaches, because they demand really good things out of you.
All right, so Rob Dvoracek also met with the media today. We're going to hear from him coming up in hour number 2. But Tony White was asked about Coach Dvoracek.
He's very attentive to detail, and he gets the big picture. A lot of times position coaches, they focus in on their position, and they don't understand how it affects all the other in terms of the totality of the defense, right? But he's a very big picture guy, and so he's very keen on seeing something and seeing what reactions would happen. You know, hey, if we do this to this, aren't we going to get this, and how do we fix this part? So he, like I said, he's been awesome in terms of being able to bounce ideas off of.
You know, Dvoracek was one that stayed on at Carolina even when Rule got let go. They kept him on staff there at Carolina, and he was a 30 under 30, I know, on that list of top coaches, top young coaches. And he's another guy I've heard a lot of really good things about from guys outside of this program that know him and have worked with him.
I mean, these linebackers have had great coaches. I mean, to be able to learn from Barrett Ruud and then now going to Dvoracek, like they've had some good coaches that have been all over the place, understand the game of football really well. And I do, again, attention to detail is kind of a thing you hear with who Rule hired, right? I don't think Rule hired a coach that isn't an attention to detail type of coach, because football is a detail-oriented game, and you have to be detail-oriented in everything you do. I mean, he's a coach, in my opinion. I think that from hearing what he's talked about, hearing guys like, if you're supposed to be lined up 2 inches from the hash and you're 4 inches from the hash, he's going to let you know about it, right? And those are the kind of guys that you need to make sure everyone understands what the standard is.
All right, Coach White was asked about Quentin Newsome, the cornerback, and how he's progressed throughout fall camp.
Yeah, he's starting to move faster. I think the last couple of practices have been some of his better ones in terms of physicality, right? I mean, with the DBs, when you talk coverage, they light up, and when you talk run game, they kind of say, "Oh, you know, you're talking to somebody else." But it's you turn the page when you start talking about the run game, and now DBs are taking pride in coming up and filling those alleys and having some physicality with the ball carriers. So he's had the last couple of days have been his most physical practices. So it's fun to watch him just fly around. And then when you truly start to master him and really absorb the defense and stuff, now you start to communicate ahead of time. You start to see things that Coop is teaching in terms of splits and formations and motions, and then he's seeing it and he's calling out ahead of time. So again, part of the process, but he's starting to get to that point where he's playing fast.
You like that soundbite?
I love that soundbite, mostly because you know me, I hate DBs. I can't. And so when I hear a guy say that a DB is lighting up, talking about filling the run game, I'm hopefully optimistic, right? I'm a hopeful optimist here, because sure, that sounds fine and dandy, but when you have a 240-pound or 235-pound running back running through the A-gap and it's you and him, then we'll see how optimistic you are about coming up there. We need it in this defense. It's got to happen. I think it's the biggest jump Quentin Newsome has to take in his game. Same with Malcolm Hartzog. Those dudes have to be physical. They have to take that jump this year in order to have this defense be successful.
All right, last thing we're going to get to here today is asking about the black shirts. That was when I first interviewed Tony White. He was almost giddy talking about the black shirts and being a part of that, and he is going to do his research and make sure he's going about it the right way. So he was asked about how he's going to handle those.
Yeah, I got an idea. Yeah. No, I've talked to some great voices. I mean, I talked to Coach McBride, talked to Carragher, Bullocks. I talked to, you name it. If they say they wore the black shirt, the first question I asked, hey, come on over here, step into my office real fast. Let me tell me, educate me on how this was. And I have an idea, but I'm going to make sure I talk to Coach Rule, and then we'll do it as we do it.
Black shirts, I mean, it is as legendary as it comes around here. And, for a guy that's probably not super familiar with what the black shirt tradition is, I love that he's hearing from what other guys, what it means to them, right? What did that mean to you? I mean, so many of the teammates that I played with, that black shirt jersey is framed higher and bigger than any of the game jerseys that they wore, right? It just means so much to you as a player, as a defensive player, to get that black shirt and earn that black shirt. And so I think they're going to take it very serious. They're going to understand what that means, and it's a privilege, not a right? It's a privilege to wear that. You don't just get to do it because you're on the defense. You got to earn that black shirt every single day.
How cool was that as an offensive player when those days happened when they were handing out the black shirt?
I'll tell you this: an offensive player, you wanted to embarrass them the day they got them. That was kind of that was kind of our thing. Like, oh, you think you're big and tough? You got a black shirt now? Like, all right. Cool. Like, as an offensive player, you absolutely, the day the black shirts got handed out, the offense always turned it up a notch, because it's like, all right, you think you're cool, all right, big time, let's see if you can stop this.
Oh, funny stuff. All right, let's get to another break. Chet in Tecumseh is on the line, so if he'll hang on through the break, we're going to get to his phone call coming up right after this. Buckle up and put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
It's time for another round of Nebraska Farm Facts. If there's one thing Nebraska's known for, it's our beef. And Nebraska soybeans feed a lot of them, and even more pigs and chickens. Farmers and ranchers raise livestock and poultry to provide nutritious, affordable protein for all ages to help build muscle and maintain energy for a healthy lifestyle. Keep that in mind as you prepare all that tasty meat on your tailgate grill. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
More Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic care first. Studies show that chiropractic is safe, drug-free, and the most effective treatment option for back, neck, and joint pain. It can also help patients of all ages reduce migraines, improve mobility, and maximize athletic performance. Keep the entire family healthy and active with natural, cost-effective chiropractic care. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
There's a new kind of season ticket when you fly from the Lincoln Airport, the official airport of the Huskers. Now at LNK, choose from fast, affordable, non-stop flights to your favorite vacation spots. All from an airport that's relaxed and hassle-free. It's never been easier to get off the bench and enjoy an adventure with the whole family. Visit GoFlyLNK.com and book your trip today. Let's go.
Only in Nebraska will you find a historic, record-breaking event like Nebraska Volleyball Day to honor women's athletics. The University of Nebraska Foundation invites you to be a part of Only in Nebraska, a campaign for our university's future. Another historic, record-breaking effort to engage 150,000 donors to build the future Nebraska needs right now. It's all possible, and it's all happening here, only in Nebraska. Give to support NU at onlyinnebraska.org. Hey, Husker fans! Kinetic now offers fast 99% reliable internet for just $39.99 a month for 12 months. Whether you're at home, school, or work, Kinetic Internet delivers the speed you need to stream, game, and stay connected with fellow Nebraska fans around the world. Only $39.99 a month for 12 months. And just like our teams in Scarlet and Cream, no one else even comes close. Check availability at windstream.com. Kinetic Internet, proud sponsor of Husker Athletics. Terms and conditions apply.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
When you're prepared for life, you get more out of life. When you're prepared, you spend less time worrying and more time doing the things you love. How prepared are you? When you're ready to find out, Emeritus is ready to help. First, we get to know you. Then we make a plan together, one that lets you enjoy today and prepare for tomorrow. That's what we call fulfilling life. Emeritus, insurance, employee benefits, financial services.
SOS to the rescue! SOS to the rescue!
As the Huskers head to halftime, Frank is off the couch and headed for the fridge. Oh, but he can't make it because he's so hot. The air conditioning is out again. SOS, he screams, and calls SOS Heating and Cooling his favorite Luxair dealer. Trusted since 1950, with Luxair you get a free 10-year labor warranty with a new system. SOS Heating and Cooling.
SOS to the rescue! SOS! SOS!
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Road Townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red!
Dear roads, trails, and rivers, you ready for some SUV action? Toyota SUVs can roll their sleeves up for tight turns and twisty trails, dress up for a night out on the town, or head to the great outdoors. Take your family adventure game to a whole new level with the roomy Highlander. Make a serious splash with the rugged, revved-up RAV4. And tow all your toys in the spacious new Sequoia. Don't forget the Trail-Tamin 4Runner and the sleek Venza Hybrid. All Toyota SUVs feature a whole suite of creature comforts to keep you and yours cozy in the cabin. Check out this legendary lineup at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
It's more powerful than the legendary Husker option offense. More powerful than the black shirt defense. It's the sun, and you can harness its power with J-Tech Solar. J-Tech, the official solar energy experts of the Huskers, can help you shrink your energy bills and start saving money now. Solar power is clean, affordable, and it's dependable because the sun always shines on the Huskers. J-Tech Solar for your home, business, or agriculture energy needs. Visit jtechsolar.com.
The Sports Nightly hotline is brought to you by Woodhouse, where you can shop your way from one of the 16 convenient locations or online at woodhouse.com anytime with 18 brands and a huge selection of pre-owned. You can always find what you're looking for with Woodhouse. Jeremiah Sirles, Jessica Coody here with you on this Friday night. Let's get to the Sports Nightly hotline, and we have Chet in Tecumseh giving us a call. Chet, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. It's a good show. It breaks my heart a little bit hearing Jay hate on the DBs because old Chet was quite the cornerback in his day, but I'll let it slide. I like Jeremiah a lot, but I wanted to present a question that I think has been overlooked in all of this conference realignment because we got some big heavy hitters here. And so what I wanted to ask was, which mascot do you think would win in a battle royale? Because I watched my brother Donnie tussle with one of them Badgers when we were out spotlighting, and I think a Badger would hold their own against the Spartans and the Bruins and all the likes. Just wanted to see what you thought. Great show, but I'll shut up and listen.
What a great question. Who you got?
That's not a bad question.
It's actually a good question. I like it.
I think a Wolverine would have to be up there. Those things are pretty nasty.
Yeah.
I think a Wolverine would be up there. I think the duck's out, right?
Yeah.
The ducks are out. You shoot them out of the sky. I think it'd be between the Wolverine and the Badgers. I mean a Nittany Lion.
I was going to say, I was thinking Nittany Lion.
A Nittany Lion would be up there too.
What's a terrapin?
A turtle.
Oh. Oh yeah, I knew that.
Turtle's out. The
turtle is out.
The turtle is out.
Why would anybody name?
I know a husky's pretty dominant. A husky's a fairly dominant. I think it'd be great. Just get them all in there and just go. I mean, the turtle would just sit there and just kind of hang out, but I think it would lose at the end. I mean, Herbie would have a chance. I don't know. Lil Red's probably done for.
The people always, because they could just, pull out their shotgun. And,
yeah, easy. I don't know. It's easy. I know that's a good question, Chet. Appreciate you. Thanks for calling in.
If BYU was in this conversation, I'd have to go with the Cougar. Yeah. And plus, he's really entertaining. We've had this conversation on the air before. He's so entertaining. He's hilarious.
You know who's the worst mascot? Stanford.
Kansas State?
Stanford.
Oh, the tree.
The tree.
It was funny I sent you the tweet. The Stanford tree has a social media account, and he said something about, what did he say about he's going to burn himself down or set a fire if he hears anything else about realignment. But I don't like Pistol Pete. I don't like Purdue. The Purdue Boilermaker is hideous.
I don't know. It's a train, though. I mean, a train might trump.
Have you seen
the train
Purdue
might trump
Pete?
Everything, though.
Have you seen the Pete, though?
Yeah, I have seen Purdue Pete.
He is hideous.
He's not great. I mean, people might hate on Lil Red too, though. Lil Red's not.
He's
not exactly a looker.
My mom loves Lil Red.
Yeah, Lil Red's got a face only a mother can love. So I mean, I don't know. Not hating on Lil Red. I love Lil Red, but I mean, he's not exactly the belle of the ball.
Yeah, I'm with you though. I probably would go Lion though.
I think I'd take the Lion. Yeah, the Lion. The Lion would be good. The Nittany Lion would be good. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that's worth a crap. I don't think so. I think we'll settle on the Lion, the Nittany Lion.
Wonder what made him think of that.
He's special. Chet's a special soul.
Appreciate the text.
I know Chet
appreciate the call, Chet. And hopefully maybe some people will text in and let us know.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Since we're already kind of off the rails a little bit, how about you try one of those high chews?
Oh, yeah.
We have a live taste test.
Yes. So what are these?
Because I'm told we have some kind of surprise that maybe be arriving at the studio soon. So
well, what's the flavor I got to try here? There's
any of them.
You got me a grab bag here.
Any of them.
There's
all three flavors.
Kiwi,
so you can try one
mango.
now, one later.
I'll try the kiwi
People have
one.
been asking all week if you like high chews, and so here we go. A live taste test on the air.
You got a kiwi one here?
I like the kiwi.
Oh, these are gonna be like the sugar daddies that stick to your teeth. I mean, they're not bad. I definitely think
like
Starbursts are
Starburst.
better. Starbursts are better.
I like Starburst better too. I was just.
You're making me chew this thing on air?
Greg does not like Starburst, so
This thing's going to take me through the break to eat.
Well, we'll get to a break right now.
My goodness.
And we'll come back and wrap up the show next. So we'll let Jeremiah chew his high chew right now. And right now, enjoy great value on outdoor power equipment from steel, from gas-powered blowers, chainsaws, and more, to high-performance pressure washers built to tackle the dirtiest jobs. Find yours at STIHLdealers.com, available at participating dealers. We're back to wrap up hour number 1, and hopefully Jeremiah will have that high chew all chewed by then. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
Our planet, it's hungry. Blessed with millions of acres in this great nation, our farmers work tirelessly to feed the planet through seasons of uncertainty and seasons of growth. It's a tough business to do alone. As owners of Central Valley Ag, it's together that we move forward. There's room at the table. Find your seat at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Take your adventures to new heights when you purchase your next vehicle at Woodhouse Lincoln. Explore our current lineup to find a luxury SUV that exceeds your expectations. Receive 1.9% APR for 36 months on all 2023 Lincoln models. The Lincoln Aviator, Lincoln Corsair, Lincoln Nautilus, and Lincoln Navigator provide a sense of elevated peace to every moment of your drive. Experience the power of Sanctuary in-store or online at woodhouselincoln.com. With approved credit, expires 7/3/23. See dealer for details.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Get ready again for some Nebraska farm facts. When there's work to be done, Nebraska soybeans are on the job in many of your everyday products. In fact, Nebraska soybeans are hard at work in Goodyear tires, Ford cars and trucks, Skechers shoes, asphalt, fuels, lubricants, name brand paints and stains, and more. Soybeans are an innovative replacement for petroleum, leading to more sustainable products all over the world. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Spot less. Introducing the cleanup for tar spot, gray leaf spot, southern rust, and more. Novel next generation Adastrio fungicide broadens your spectrum and strengthens your residual when it comes to foliar disease control in corn. Visit your FMC retailer or adastrio.ag.fmc.com to clean up this season. Follow 2EE for tar spot management in corn. Valid until 1/31/28. Always read and follow all label directions.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network broadcast center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. Final segment here of hour number 1 of Sports Nightly. We left you with Jeremiah debating on his thoughts on high chews.
I mean,
you can try another flavor.
No, I'm not going to chew through that again. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Is that high for you?
Not really. I mean, Starburst are probably like an 8. I mean, they're not bad. Listen,
what
I've
candy
told
is
you,
a 10
I don't
for you?
hate candy. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. That's a 10.
But the...
Are you saying just like straight candy or like a sweet? Like, because there is a difference.
Candy.
Candy? I mean, probably a peanut M&M. Like a solid peanut... What do you mean? Okay, now you're getting into the semantics. Now you're getting into the semantics of things. A non-chocolate candy.
Like, you like nerds?
No. Honestly, I'm more of a chocolate. If I'm going to get a candy, it's going to be some type of M&M.
But you and I both agree, though, that the different holiday Reese's are the best because they have more peanut butter.
Oh yeah.
So like the pumpkins, the trees, the hearts, the
my
eggs,
neighbor John McAuliffe. He used to like hide them from me because I go over to his house and crush them.
Yeah.
Like he'd put them in the fridge and I'd run inside and I'd come out with a handful and be like, "Come on, man, you know my trees?" Be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna eat your trees."
I sent you a picture the other day. Dollar General already has the pumpkins out.
Already?
Yes.
Oh, it's not even September. The Halloween people. I don't understand Halloween.
I think
people.
they know.
Are you a Halloween
no,
person where
I'm
you
not.
like get
I'm
super
not,
excited?
I'm definitely not at all.
I had a neighbor
but
that was like
I think they know that people like the holiday Reese's, so that's the next holiday. So they're gonna get them out as soon as they can.
Might as well. I mean, I like the egg ones are probably the best for Easter. The Easter Reese's, but like, I'm just not a big candy guy. I'm just, I mean, candy's not. If I'm going for a sweet and going for a sheet, it's gonna be ice cream or chocolate. Those are the go-tos.
I would much rather like go for more bread or more noodles, like more pasta, like a more side.
More carb person.
Yeah.
I like
more savory.
chips. If I can get, I'll devour a bag of chips.
Me too.
I can't keep them.
I can't keep them in my.
If they're in the house,
pantry.
they don't last the night. My wife comes down and plays a fun game in the morning. She opens the trash can, like, what did Jeremiah kill last night? Yeah, I do that quite often.
What's the best chip?
Oh, garden salsa sun chip.
Those are pretty.
Garden salsa sun
pretty
chip.
solid.
Mm-hmm.
The cheddar and sour cream ruffles.
Those are good.
Are solid too.
Those are really good. I like the. It's gonna escape me. The true corn tortilla chip from Trader Joe's. Highly underrated chip. It's got a little lime zest on it.
Nice. Well,
Chef's kiss.
we also had a fantastic call from Chet asking about who would win a battle royale between all of the new mascots. TJ from
Moorfield.
I couldn't read it from here. I need better context.
So your eyes are bad.
I'm having to have you read this.
Yeah,
I have astigmatism, and so if they move a little bit, I can't read. So, anyways, TJ says a Bruin. That's a pretty good pick.
Yeah, a bear. I kind of forgot about UCLA and USC, if I'm being honest. They don't really exist in the Big Ten yet.
But you're not going with the Trojan?
I'm not going. I guess I remembered Oregon, Washington, but no, I'm not going with the Trojan. I'm not. No, maybe if it was a Spartan. I'd take a Spartan over a Trojan. Take a Spartan.
But would you take a Cornhusker over a Spartan?
Probably not. We don't have any weapons. What are we going to do, throw corn at him? Like, he's just going to slice and dice his way in there. Just turn a knife fight. You can't bring corn to a knife fight.
Bring his tractor, his plow.
Oh, there we go. Oh, now he'll bring his 300 people with him. I don't know. We can really get in the weeds on this whole thing.
We've been in the weeds for 2 segments now.
It's fine. It's a Friday party show.
I know, it is a Friday party show. What's going on in the pregame show? The
preseason?
Preseason.
You said in the break, Trey Palmer's doing well.
I just saw a tweet that somebody said something about Trey Palmer. I don't know what he's done.
Austin Allen should get...
You're the one that's not focusing on the job.
I'm on one game and one game only. That is the New York Giants versus the Detroit Lions. Right now, it is 6-3 New York. They haven't finished in the end zone, so Brian Dable, tomorrow morning, red zone's going to be a big problem, man. But, I'm a big Dan Campbell fan. I like Dan Campbell a lot for the Lions. I think he's a fantastic coach. I think he's going to do really well there. And I do think the Lions probably win the NFC North this year. And I think the Giants, obviously Philly's in that division, but I think the Giants are probably number 2 in that division with the Giants. The Cowboys are trash. And so you have the Giants.
Really?
I think the Cowboys are terrible.
What about the Jets? I'm just asking you about the Jets.
I think the Jets could be really good. That defense is phenomenal. And then you throw in there Aaron Rodgers, a Hall of Famer. Breece Hall comes back off that knee. He looks so good as a rookie. If he can come back healthy, Garrett Wilson's one of the top receivers in all of the NFL as a second-year player. That offense is going to be fun to watch.
Are you going to be watching Hard Knocks?
Yes and no. I refuse to watch the last episode when they cut guys. I can't watch that. It's so painful. You're watching the dream die. You're legitimately watching this dude's dream die in front of him. I can't watch it. I watched it in person enough. I can't watch it again.
We just got a text message. I guess, Greg Sharpe must be listening in because he just let us know Trey Palmer just caught a touchdown pass from Baker Mayfield.
Oh, look at that.
Let's go.
Baker.
All right, last 30 seconds. What is that other text?
Says you guys need to try Starburst gummies and gummy sours. I like Starburst gummies. Anything Starburst is a plus.
I'm a big fan of Starburst, so I will like it.
Yeah, anything Starburst is a really solid candy.
All right, we got a full another hour coming up right here on Sports Nightly with Jeremiah Sirles. Keep it right here and buckle up and put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Agriculture is the economic engine of the Midwest. At Acres Equipment, we dedicate ourselves to making that engine run smoothly. We supply our farmers and ranchers with quality John Deere equipment, parts, and service. We also deliver the most advanced technology and precision ag strategies to help them farm today and for the future. Acres Equipment, solutions for every field.
Meet water's bubblier and more energetic best friend, Bubbler Antioxidant Sparkling Water. With tons of flavors, there's one for every occasion. Interviewing for your dream job, hitting the beach, or going on an epic road trip? Pop the top on your favorite Bubbler flavor and awesome antioxidants swoop in to balance your body and focus your mind. Right before a boost of natural caffeine shows up to save your day. There's a benefit in every bubble and a happier you just waiting to rise up. Find out more at Drink Bubbler on Instagram.
A few drinks at home after work, a couple of hits at a party with some friends, over-the-counter drugs for a minor illness, a new daily prescription, and you're not quite sure how it makes you feel. It doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If it impairs you, driving becomes deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Husker fans, this is Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. You've probably heard about NIL, name, image, and likeness, and now you can have an immediate impact on the success of our programs. The 1890 Initiative is a proud NIL company in Nebraska, and with your help, we can maximize our student athletes' opportunities with NIL and prepare them for life after college. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics. Let's do the same with NIL. To learn more, visit 1890nebraska.com, where 100% of your donation goes directly to Husker student athletes. That's 1890nebraska.com.
Good evening, I'm Jake Schrantz, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the 1890 Initiative. Today, Nebraska football held another media availability after practice where associate head coach and defensive coordinator Tony White took to the podium. One point he talked about was how all the coaching experience on the defensive side of the ball was blending together to form a cohesive unit.
One, you got the knowledge aspect, right? You got some guys who have played at the highest level, coached at the highest level, coached some of the most elite players on the planet, you know what I mean, from Coach Rule down. And so it's really neat to be in the room and then listen to all the ideas and then come together and make this our defense, you know. And that's the thing I can't stress the most is that it is our defense. And there's some great stuff that T-Knight has up front. Rob's been awesome in terms of figuring out issues and trying to see those pictures ahead of time. And then, like I said, Coop with coverage stuff and his background in coverage, it's been fun to work with and mesh. And then they keep things light. You know, they're energetic. They're into the now. They're telling me, they're showing me pictures of shoes and stuff. I have no idea what they are. You know, oh, these are these. I have no idea. You know what I mean? So it's neat to be with them.
The Huskers soccer team is about to go live in their exhibition game against the Oklahoma Sooners. It is their second exhibition game of the season after they took the victory in the recent matchup against South Dakota State 2-1. More NFL preseason games are taking place tonight as 12 more teams are starting their 2023-24 campaign. Falcons up 6-0 over the Dolphins in the second quarter. Steelers up 14-7 over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Packers in a close one with the Bengals 14-12. And the Giants and the Lions in a close one 6-3 late in the first half. Our sports ticker is sponsored by the 1890 Initiative. Do you want to support Husker student athletes through name, image, and likeness? If so, visit 1890nebraska.com. Hour 2 of Sports Nightly coming up next.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who remind you to buckle up and put the phone down.
They fake the handoff. Chuba keeps it himself. Touchdown, Nebraska. What a drive for the Huskers. They take a 6-0 lead. He's out of the pocket and shoved out of bounds. He'll lose a dozen yards. Clear back to the 34-yard line. Williams got shoved into the Husker bench. Quinn Newsome again there, DB.
Dead left. Lindsay gets it through. They stayed with it. And Krause muscles it through a double Buckeye block. Becca Williams, Spring Lake, Texas, serves back right. Nice pass, quick attack. Becca, Alec, big red, kaboom.
Here is your host, Jessica Coody, on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome back. Hour number 2 of Sports Nightly. Jeremiah Sirles, Jessica Coody, and shout out to Jake, the intern. He's in the running, in the lead at this point for Intern of the Year because he just walked a mile to get some pizza from a mystery listener.
We had a wonderful listener bring us and order us Valentino's pizza. As you know, we're big fans of Valentino's
We're big fans of Val's.
Really big fans of this dessert pizza.
I noticed you took it and had...
Oh yeah, this is staying right here. Much like the last dessert pizza we had, the chances that this makes the night are very, very small.
You're protecting that dessert pizza better than any quarterback you've ever protected.
That's not true.
I'm totally kidding.
That's not true.
Kidding, but you totally took that. You've been blocking
Listen,
it.
I'll
over
share,
there.
but the rest of it's coming home with me.
I've inhaled some cheese pizza. So they
we got a Meat Lovers real pizza over there.
Even a specialty order for no meat for me. No, it's just cheese pizza.
We got the Meat Lovers pizza over there. It weighs like 8 pounds.
And not only did he go walk and trek to go get the pizza, he also took Sonny, who's not quite leash trained yet.
Yeah, that's always an adventure.
So
anytime you take a puppy on a walk, you're hoping for the best.
So he's doing some intern work and then comes back and nails a ticker. So, shout out to Jake for that. Appreciate it. And shout out to our mystery listener. Maybe Cole by the end of the night will let us know who.
Yes, and whoever you are, if you're listening, thank you.
You're the best.
Much appreciated.
We appreciate it. This is like a hard time for dinner because
this show, I don't know how you eat doing this show because you don't want
Greg
to eat
and I
dinner.
always talk about it.
You don't want to eat dinner at 5:30, but you sure as heck don't want to eat dinner at 8:30.
Because then you're sitting here hungry in the middle of the show.
Yeah, I didn't eat dinner on Wednesday night, and by 7, I was like, I am starving.
I was kind of getting hungry as the texts were rolling in about Starburst gummy, and somebody said peanut butter Twix.
I mean, that's a huge win. I mean, any time of chocolate and peanut butter is just massively delicious.
Man, so talk about a party show. Pizza and
High
doesn't
chews,
get any better than that.
dogs. What else do you need?
All right, let's get to our practice report with Rob Dvoracek, the linebackers coach.
The 1890 Initiative presents the Nebraska Football Practice Report.
We're talking about practice.
Do you want to support Husker student athletes through name, image, and likeness? If so, visit 1890nebraska.com.
All right, let's start. Question number one. He was asked about how he's seen guys compete for roles and starting jobs and the depth chart, but also at the same time be good teammates.
Yeah, the room is really competitive. They're competitive in nature. They cheer for each other. They're encouraging to each other. They're helping each other. They're in the meetings helping each other. It's really a good group of young men, and I'm proud of the way they've been working.
What is that like when you're battling teammates and you're balancing being a teammate, but also like, I want this job and I do not want to give you this job?
You have to know your role. You have to know your role. Yes, you want to compete. Yes, you want to be on the field, but you also have to be realistic. I think so many guys aren't realistic with what their chances actually are, where they're actually at as a player. If you can get a room that's realistic and understands like, hey, I'm battling, but that guy's just either more mature or stronger, or he's just better than me right now. It's now my job to make him better and learn from him so that I can come back and compete again, right? And compete again. And I want to push him. I want him always looking over his shoulder, knowing that, hey, if you step out of line, or you don't start, like, I'm coming for that job, but like also an understanding being a good teammate means also supporting him and helping him be the best player he can be. Because ultimately, it's for the betterment of the team. Everything, the whole goal, everyone should always be, how do I help this team win? And a lot of that's just by knowing your role and just doing that the right way.
There's a lot of talk about Nick Henrich today, and so the first thing we're going to hear from Coach Dvoracek is how Nick has come back since his injury.
Yeah, Nick's doing a really nice job. I think I mentioned before in the spring, he was in there studying. He didn't have the opportunity to play on the field, and but when he came back, he was prepared. He's been relentless in his approach, on and off the field, and I'm really proud of the way he's been working. He's doing a really nice job.
So then he was asked a follow-up question about what can Nick's leadership intangibles bring to a defense?
Yeah, it's invaluable. He's played a lot of football here. He's a really smart football player. He understands concepts. He understands the schemes. He understands the fundamentals of the position. He's done a really nice job, and I think the younger guys really look up to him because of that experience that he has.
He's going to be a leader of this team. I think you have such veterans at linebacker with Reimer and Henrich who have played a lot of football. If things start going off the rails, they're going to look to those two guys, right? And I think Nick understands that. Not being in the spring, I'm sure it was really hard for him not to be able to go out there and compete with his guys. But now that he's back in fall camp, he feels probably like he's got to prove himself. Kind of Ty Robinson-ish, right? New staff, new group. He wants to go out and prove the player that he can be. And when you have your linebackers coach saying, hey, he was in the room studying, I saw all the off-the-field stuff, and now he's putting it all together and becoming the great player that we know he can be, that speaks very highly of Nick's character.
He and Luke both are very, very smart football players and understand ball. But let me ask you this, because this is another discussion that Greg and I got into the other day about, with offense, with wide receivers, with running backs, you see rotations, right? Why do you not see that as much with the linebackers and defensive backs? And could we maybe see that with this linebacker core?
I think we will see some rotation just because of the different looks that Tony White's going to want. He's going to want on this blitz, he's going to want a speed linebacker. On this formation, he's going to want his big, bulky linebackers in there to stuff the run. So I do think we'll see more of packages. I don't necessarily know if it'll be substitution and rotation. I think there'll be different linebacker packages that Tony White has, right? Certain types of the game, certain moments in the game where he wants certain types of bodies in there. He's going to have packages that he subs in and out.
I just, again, with Nick coming back, and I went out to practice the other night, and just he was directing traffic, and even though this is a new defense, he's going to study it and he understands it. And so he's calling out things, and just in a way that Luke has developed into that. And we're going to hear more about Luke Reimer here in just a second, but Nick's always kind of been that guy. And so just to see him, which that's what you need from your inside linebacker, and that middle linebacker is directing the traffic.
They're the quarterback of the defense, right? They're the guys that are speaking to the D-line. They're turning around yelling at the safeties. They're getting everyone lined up. They're also trying to track the ball, track the quarterback, and take on big 320-pounders running after them, right? So they have a hard job. Being a linebacker is a hard thing to do, especially in a complicated defense. And you also have to be ready to just you can't hesitate at linebacker. You know, if you're a linebacker and you read something, the great linebackers, they can read and react best with anyone, right? They see, they diagnose, they attack, right? They're like rabid dogs. You have to have those dudes back there.
Kind of like Sonny.
Kind of like your dog, right? This rabid rag doll thing sitting on the ground right here.
All right, let's hear what Coach Dvoracek had to say about Luke Reimer and the leadership that he's providing.
Both. He plays really hard. He's relentless. He's disciplined. He plays violent. He's a smart football player. He takes a leadership role in both aspects because guys see how he plays and then guys listen to him because he obviously knows what he's talking about and he's got a lot of experience as well.
So I was talking to one of the staff members at practice the other night, and he was saying it's pretty incredible how well respected Luke Reimer is in that locker room. And it's one thing, and maybe you could speak to this, it's one thing for the older guys to appreciate where Luke came from, to be a walk-on and to earn his, but these younger players don't know that. They didn't see what he went through, how hard he worked to get to this point. And so the fact that he's getting the kind of respect, not just from the older guys, but how much the younger guys are really gravitating and appreciating Luke Reimer, that says a lot.
It's based off how he works, right? Like you don't just earn that credibility, like it's shown. Right, like it doesn't just give it to you. It's shown in the way he shows up every day. He's probably one of the first guys in, last guys out, right? He's one of those dudes that doesn't make mental mistakes, right? All those things compound to where young players are looking at him going, how do I get on the field? Well, I'd be more like he's 4 now, right? He was 28 last year. I'd be more like 4, right? How do I get on the field? I'd be more like that guy. I study like that guy. I play like that guy. And that's how you just continue to like earn respect, and then you become a leader through that way. He's not much of a rah-rah guy. I've never seen Luke kind of rah-rah. I think he's more of the silent leader.
Which I think that's good. That he's even killed. He's not too high, not too low. Like you have, like the Garrett Nelson was the real high guy.
Yeah, Garrett Nelson.
I hope somebody screenshots that.
What?
That face you just did right now.
4-yard run. Yeah, that one. Yeah, sure.
But anyways, Luke's your steady Eddie. You know, he's not going to get too high or too low.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, you want that from your linebacking core, but you got to be violent, right? And that's one thing Luke is. He's a violent football player, and he's also extremely fast, so excited for him this year.
All right, so on that note, Coach Dvoracek was asked about linebackers getting those single digits.
Yeah, I think so. I think they take tremendous pride in it. I mean, obviously their teammates voted for them to get a single digit, which also says, like, hey, we respect you, respect the work that you've done. We see how you approach the day every day. Are they relentless? Are they disciplined about what they're doing? Are they playing violent? Like, that's what our team is doing. So when they see that in each other and they vote for them, it's obviously an honor and a thing of respect.
So the news broke while we were on the air on Wednesday?
Yes.
Wednesday. And we ran into Billy Kemp on the way. We were walking around, and they were having night practice that night. We ran into him as he was walking out and asked him about how they were able to pick. Here's the first 4. You pick 1 through 10, 1 or 0 through 9. And so the first 4 have been announced, and then they're going to have 3. I think they're going to vote on 3 again. There's a series of votes. And so that's what's interesting to me. I didn't know how they were going to do it, and I didn't know if it was just going to be at the end and everybody's all 10. But that keeps the pedal to the metal, right? So if you know there's still an opportunity, you can't back off. If you didn't get in that first round, you've got to keep pushing if you want to get in those single digits. But you had said, I feel like an offensive lineman might get a vote, but they just can't wear the single digits. And sure enough, Ethan Piper was an honorary single digit guy. He did get enough votes.
He's a guy that physically he's got it all, right? You've seen him do it. He's a guy that struggled between the ears the last few years, and you've seen it. It sometimes it gets a little long. He's plays slow because it gets a lot for him, it seems. So the fact that I hope the game is slowed down for him, because I think he's a guy that can play any position on the interior, right? Center guard, guard. So I think that we're going to need him this year because we're going to be rotating guys around, and you never know when someone might go down. But the fact that he earned that from his teammates means a lot for him, I'm sure.
I mean, for an offensive lineman to get voted, like, that's got to be pretty cool. I mean, because a lot of times it's like you're seen as a group, right? So for one guy to get singled out like that. I mean,
it really means it's shown how much he's worked, right? I mean, we're the unnoticed group. It's fine. It's the way we like it. But if you become noticed, it means you've been doing something different and been doing something special.
Ethan also is a guy, he's so fantastic with giving back to the community. He started a pen pal program where for parents that were deployed to overseas in the military, writing to their kids to give them something to look forward to. And he created it all on his own and has gotten different student athletes to be involved. Of course, the life skills department helped him out with it, but it was kind of he was passionate about it. It was his brainchild, and I'm just now seeing the replay of Trey Palmer catching the touchdown pass. What a grab from Baker Mayfield. Oh my gosh. That caught my attention.
That's fine. You're a Baker fan. We know.
No, I was more a fan of the catch than the throw. But anyways, just for him to do that kind of stuff too, I think, and that's important to this coaching staff too, which also I think is translating to this team, realizing that it is more than just what you do as a football player. It's the overall package as a Husker football student athlete.
For sure. I mean, when I came here, my dad turned me over to Coach Bo, and he was like, it's not your turn to help make him a man, right? Like, I've done 18 years, and like, I'm trusting you that you're going to make him not just a great football player, but a great man, right? You become a man in college. You come into college a boy, and you leave a man. At least you should. And, that's the role that Coach Rule plays. That's the role that he plays as mentor, as coach, as father figure, all those things. And so, he's going to play a big role on all those guys.
All right, we got to get to our first break here of hour number 2. See a few texts rolling in. We will get to those. The Sports Nightly Hotline is brought to you by Woodhouse, where you can shop your way from one of the 16 convenient locations or online at woodhouse.com anytime. With 18 brands and a huge selection of pre-owned, you can always find what you're looking for with Woodhouse.
Did you know that Lincoln's water is 4 times more hard than what is recommended? This will shorten the life of your water heater, harm pipes through mineral buildup, and is bad for your hair, skin, and clothes. What's the solution? A water softener. Go online to jhlincoln.com to learn more about water softeners and our flexible financing offers, or call
John Henry's 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Hy-Vee makes grocery shopping easy with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. Just order online, schedule a pickup or delivery time, then leave the shopping to us. Download the Hy-Vee app or go to HyVeeAislesOnline.com. It's easy to create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Plus, with Hy-Vee Aisles Online, pickup is free on orders over $24.95, and delivery is free with the Hy-Vee Plus membership. Save time, shop online with Hy-Vee Aisles Online.
Visit Woodhouse Mazda during the Season of Discovery sales event and explore the entire lineup of award-winning Mazda sedans and CUVs, like the Swift and Sporty Mazda CX-30. Get a $500 rebate on a Carbon Edition Mazda CX-30, or take advantage of 2.9% APR for 36 months or 4.9% for 60 months. This is Woodhouse Mazda. When financed with Mazda Financial, with approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires 7/31/2023. See dealer for details.
Preparation. It's the key to success on game day. And like your favorite Huskers on the field, you need to be ready right from the opening kickoff. Cenex has your pregame routine covered. We've got your salty snacks, your sweet treats, ice-cold beverages to wash them down, and fresh tanks of propane to fire up the grill. Fuel your fandom at your local Cenex station. Husker Pride, powered locally.
Our planet, it's hungry. Blessed with millions of acres in this great nation, our farmers work tirelessly to feed the planet through seasons of uncertainty and seasons of growth. It's a tough business to do alone. As owners of Central Valley Ag, it's together that we move forward. There's room at the table. Find your seat at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Spot less. Introducing the cleanup for tar spot, gray leaf spot, southern rust, and more. Novel next generation Adastrio fungicide broadens your spectrum and strengthens your residual when it comes to foliar disease control in corn. Visit your FMC retailer or adastrio.ag.fmc.com to clean up this season. Follow 2EE for tar spot management in corn. Valid until 1/31/28. Always read and follow all label directions.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
If unwanted hair is putting you in a prickly situation, give laser hair removal a try. Milan Laser Hair Removal delivers smooth, hair-free skin with permanent results for men and women of all skin tones. So there's no more unwanted stubble, razor burn, or ingrown hairs. Visit any of Milan Laser's 7 Nebraska locations to get 1 free treatment. Ready to never shave again? Call 833-NO-RAZOR or visit MilanLaser.com to book your free treatment and consultation. That's MilanLaser.com.
More Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic care first. Studies show that chiropractic is safe, drug-free, and the most effective treatment option for back, neck, and joint pain. It can also help patients of all ages reduce migraines, improve mobility, and maximize athletic performance. Keep the entire family healthy and active with natural, cost-effective chiropractic care. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Huskers fans, we need your support in celebrating the 100th year of Memorial Stadium while cheering on the Huskers this fall. Purchase an all-new Husker football Big Ten 3-game package today for only $100. This package gets you a ticket to the Northwestern, Purdue, and Maryland home games, all for just $100. A very limited amount of Husker football single-game tickets are also on sale. Tickets are only available while supplies last. Purchase yours today at huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red!
From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I'm broadcasting student Grant Hansen with Campus News. University of Nebraska leadership has launched a $3 billion fundraising campaign to support education access for Nebraska students. The Only in Nebraska campaign, the largest in university history, will focus on creating scholarships to make education more affordable, attracting more Nebraska students, and keeping young people in the state after graduation.
There's no place like Nebraska, and there's no place that treats you like your home like Sap Brothers. For over 50 years, Sap Brothers has fueled America's heartland and have been a reliable partner to local farms, businesses, and Husker fans across Nebraska, providing the highest quality fuel, lubricants, and propane, servicing your equipment, and welcoming guests into our travel centers. Visit www.sapbrothers.net. Sap Brothers is proud to be an official partner of Nebraska Athletics. Hey, Husker fans! Kinetic now offers fast 99% reliable internet for just $39.99 a month for 12 months. Whether you're at home, school, or work, Kinetic Internet delivers the speed you need to stream, game, and stay connected with fellow Nebraska fans around the world. Only $39.99 a month for 12 months. And just like our teams in Scarlet and Cream, no one else even comes close. Check availability at windstream.com. Kinetic Internet, proud sponsor of Husker Athletics. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. Got a few texts rolling in. Mike in, I believe, GI is at Grand Island.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is.
Was talking about, he said, enjoy the pizza. We are very much enjoying the pizza and the dessert pizza.
Oh, so good.
But he was talking about back in the old days, our show had a trivia question, and the winner got a Pizza Hut coupon or maybe a scratch-off ticket. And he won enough that he got banned. But he said it seems to be less participation. I have been trying to get the sports show that I listened to growing up had, like, where if you were a first-time caller, you got it was a burger joint in Oklahoma City that was really popular. And so they'd be like, first time caller, like, all right, hang on in the air. We'll get you some Johnnies.
Well, you're fun. We can do a riddle. I got a riddle for everyone.
Okay.
I got a riddle.
But do you have something to give away if somebody calls in?
Bragging rights. So the riddle is, I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have oceans, but no fish. What am I? So anyone who knows it, text it in, and I will follow you back on Twitter or something. I don't know.
We'll think about it.
We'll think about it. I don't know.
But anyways, I wasn't done from Mike. He said, by the way, Valentino's is still my favorite. Had my first in 1979 on a trip to Lincoln from Central Nebraska for state tournament.
Valentino's in the stadium is lit. I think Valentino's in the stadium is lit. We were just talking about it back there on the off-air, though. The Valentino's pizza buffet, though, I can mess up a Valentino's pizza buffet.
Really?
Oh, I can get it after it in one of those places. Any pizza buffet.
You're probably, like, offensive linemen are the reason why buffets don't exist as much anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, they don't make money on us. They make money, like, my wife and I would. If I take her to a buffet, they're making so much money on her. I gotta make up for her, right? I gotta eat, like, double the amount because I'm not gonna let them rob me blind.
Somebody who's hating on me about my cheese pizza said, no red meat, you're just wrong.
I don't know how you do it, but I respect that you don't. But I think I would die. I think I would die.
Oh, funny times. Okay, what else are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, let's see. We've talked about rag dogs on the floor. We've hit up, there's preseason football. When are we doing winners and losers? Is that later?
That's the last segment.
That's the last segment. All right.
Come on, you'll figure this out.
I know. I'm fresh. I'm green behind the gills. You got to remember, I haven't been back here for a while, though.
I'm not sure if Greg is listening or just was watching when Trey Palmer caught it and felt the need to tell us.
I mean, he's probably listening. He's probably checking in on us, making sure we don't let this thing go too far off the rails. Just keeping us between the white lines.
Yes. He did text us in his winners and losers.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Good. I'm back in this year on Fridays. I got to be in. I can't let you take the belt back-to-back. Triple P. I can't let you triple P.
We'll see. We'll see.
I can't let you do it.
I've been pretty dominant. So.
I know. You're a newcomer, too. You just walk in here, think you own the place.
Listen, your buddy Gabe Eichard.
Yes.
I was a 2-time defending champion on the way out of Oklahoma against Gabe Eichard.
So you've
Teddy
won
Lehman.
4 years in a row?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's unacceptable. That's an unacceptable stat.
I basically have been unbeaten since I've done college football picks.
Yeah, we'll put an end to that this year.
So I beat the Butkus, and Gabe won the Heisman, academic Heisman or whatever the Werfel trophy.
He was super smart.
So I beat the Butkus and the Werfel 2 years in a row. And then I came here and beat
me one
you
year.
and Greg.
You only beat me once. That's all that counts. All right, someone on the text line asked me to repeat the riddle. So I got the riddle for you one more time. Ready?
Ready.
I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have oceans, but no fish. What am I?
We have them. We have them here.
All right, what do we got?
Dries, Children of the Corn, both say at the same time a map.
Bingo, bingo, bango,
They're the
bongo.
winners.
You guys are a winner. Congratulations. See, look, I bring fun things to the show.
Yes.
I come in on a Friday, I get pizza. You feed me pizza and high chews, and I just start coming up with riddles.
The pizza's better than the high chews, though, right?
100%. Yeah, pizza. I mean, pizza is an A+ food. Like I tell people all the time, if I had to eat one food for the rest of my life, it's pizza.
Same.
But no, you can't say same. All you need is cheese. You'd eat nothing but cheese and sauce and bread for the rest of your life.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich would be up there.
For the rest of your life, you can have one food for the rest of your life, and you're going to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Or pizza.
Or pizza. See, I picked a pizza because I can do so much with it. I can have a breakfast pizza. I can have a meat lovers.
Well, I like dessert pizza.
So you'd have dessert pizza and cheese pizza. Veggie pizza is a disgrace.
And I actually like barbecue chicken pizza.
That's a solid one. I like buffalo chicken pizza. I forget, you do eat some white meat.
Yes. And fish.
Fish. I hate fish.
Yeah.
I think fish is gross.
You don't like any
Not really.
seafood?
Salmon's about it. I like sushi, but like cooked fish. Excuse me. I'll go back. Cooked
so
fish.
Like tempura, like the fried.
No. I like raw fish. I don't like cooked fish. Like if you're gonna cook up like a halibut fillet, I'm out. I'm so out on that.
Okay, so you hunt, but you don't fish.
I don't fish. No. I think
like
fishing
it?
is so boring. I also I can sit in a deer stand or a duck blind all morning, see nothing, and
What's
have a
the
great
difference?
time. Have a great time. I go fishing for like 30 minutes, don't catch anything. I'm so out. The reward of hunting versus the reward of fishing for me is so much better. Like I'll sit if I shoot one deer and I spent 40 hours in the field that week, total win. I spend an hour fishing, I don't catch something. I'm like, okay, what's next? I'm done. Let's move on.
Okay, here is Jessica. Too bad you don't eat red meat. You should try tackling the chicken fried steak challenge at Kendall's in Noble, Oklahoma. I've heard of that, but yeah, no.
That sounds like if it's a challenge, that sounds more up my alley than yours. I don't know if you're necessarily a food challenge
Have
person.
you done a challenge before?
I haven't done one, no. I mean, besides the chicken nugget challenge, have I told you that story?
No.
Oh, here we go. So I have a neighbor, Bryce Romer, who decided it'd be a great idea to challenge me, saying he could eat more chicken nuggets than I could. He thought for whatever reason his tiny little frail body would be able to eat more chicken nuggets than me. And he always said it, and I was like, no, you can't. So one of our other neighbors, Nick, he said, I'll buy 200 chicken nuggets, and you guys can have like a war, like a face-off, right?
Oh, my. How much did that cost, 200 chicken nuggets?
Probably like $12. It's McDonald's. And so we ended up having like a whole thing. The neighborhood came over, and we went for it, and I destroyed him. Like
How many did you eat?
I ate 77 chicken nuggets in 45 minutes. He ate it up with like 55. But what ended up happening is once I got 20 ahead of him, I just stayed ahead of him. Like, I could have eaten 100, but I'm really glad I didn't because my bowels were stopped up for like 3 days, like the Hoover Dam. It was terrible. But at the same time, like, that was the only food like challenge I've ever done. And yeah, now he wants to take another shot at me, but I'm like, nah, you got to qualify before you take a shot at the champ.
So there's a couple of steakhouses in Texas that do like the steak.
Yeah, the 72-ounce steak challenge. That was.
Could you do that?
I don't know. 72 ounces is a lot of food. Like, that's, and it's also with like potatoes
you also have to do,
and
you have to like drink some beer and stuff too.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I love food, but I don't want to eat until I want to kill myself. Like, that's just brutal. When you're so full, you just hate everything. That's not fun. That's not fun.
Sam in Omaha wants to know, what about deep sea fishing for like marlin or Goliath grouper?
I've never been deep sea fishing. That's not true. I went one time and we caught nothing. So yeah, just kind of put on the emphasis of why I don't like the ocean. I hate the ocean.
You don't like the ocean?
Oh, I refuse to go more than waist deep in the ocean.
That's disappointing.
We don't know what's in there. You kidding me? We know more about the moon than we do the ocean. Hard pass.
So you're bragging a lot about these chicken nuggets, but apparently you will not accept the Runza challenge against Jake.
No, Runzas are gross. Like, I like their cheeseburgers. Runza cheeseburgers are elite, and I do mean that. Elite. I'll use the PJ Fleck voice. But as far as like an actual Runza, I think it's because I'm not a like true Nebraskan. I can't do it. They're just a mushy hot pocket. Like, they're just a mushy hot pocket. But I love their cheeseburgers. My wife and I will crush them cheeseburgers. But I'm not going to eat a bunch of Runzas I don't like.
Here's a great question to get us back on the rails.
Somewhere, was this a sports show or what are we talking about here?
Apparently this is a Food Network.
This is just a whatever show, I guess.
Food Network. This is from Carla, one of our favorite texters. Hey, Jeremiah, I think the 2-week living in the dorms for the football team is coming to a close. So going back to your college Husker days, which player in your class did you never think you would be friends with that you are now great buddies with and remain close friends with?
Man, that's
Or maybe not even in your class, but maybe somebody that was random that...
Yeah, you know, a guy that I still talk to all the time, and he actually moved back here, is Kenny Bell. You know, a receiver, not a guy we hung out a bunch.
And you don't like receivers or defensive backs?
No. You know, but the Colorado connection, him and I are on the Husker alumni board for Team Jack. He lives in Omaha, great friend of mine. Love talking to Kenny. He's a guy I could call right now, and he'd be here if I needed him. Like, I still talk to Kenny quite often. So he's probably the one that comes to mind the most on that.
I love it. All right, let's work into another break here on Sports Nightly. Buckle up and put the phone down. A reminder from the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Get 3.9% financing for 66 months, plus up to $2,750 bonus cash on F-150 and F-150 Lightning. Only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
Spot less. Introducing the cleanup for tar spot, gray leaf spot, southern rust, and more. Novel next generation Adastrio fungicide broadens your spectrum and strengthens your residual when it comes to foliar disease control in corn. Visit your FMC retailer or adastrio.ag.fmc.com to clean up this season. Follow 2EE for tar spot management in corn. Valid until 1/31/28. Always read and follow all label directions.
If unwanted hair is putting you in a prickly situation, give laser hair removal a try. Milan Laser Hair Removal delivers smooth, hair-free skin with permanent results for men and women of all skin tones. So there's no more unwanted stubble, razor burn, or ingrown hairs. Visit any of Milan Laser's 7 Nebraska locations to get 1 free treatment. Ready to never shave again? Call 833-NO-RAZOR or visit MilanLaser.com to book your free treatment and consultation. That's MilanLaser.com.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For new Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip. Works for me.
New Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
It's more powerful than the legendary Husker Option Offense.
more powerful than the black shirt defense. It's the sun, and you can harness its power with JTech Solar. JTech, the official solar energy experts of the Huskers, can help you shrink your energy bills and start saving money now. Solar power is clean, affordable, and it's dependable because the sun always shines on the Huskers. JTech Solar for your home, business, or agriculture energy needs. Visit jtechsolar.com.
Dear roads, trails, and rivers, you ready for some SUV action? Toyota SUVs can roll their sleeves up for tight turns and twisty trails, dress up for a night out on the town, or head to the great outdoors. Take your family adventure game to a whole new level with the roomy Highlander. Make a serious splash with the rugged, revved-up RAV4. And tow all your toys in the spacious new Sequoia. Don't forget the Trail-Tamin 4Runner and the sleek Venza Hybrid. All Toyota SUVs feature a whole suite of creature comforts to keep you and yours cozy in the cabin. Check out this legendary lineup at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
When you're prepared for life, you get more out of life. When you're prepared, you spend less time worrying and more time doing the things you love. How prepared are you? When you're ready to find out, Emeritus is ready to help. First, we get to know you. Then we make a plan together, one that lets you enjoy today and prepare for tomorrow. That's what we call fulfilling life. Emeritus, insurance, employee benefits, financial services.
SOS to the rescue! SOS to the rescue!
As the Huskers head to halftime, Frank is off the couch and headed for the fridge. Oh, but he can't make it because he's so hot. The air conditioning is out again. SOS, he screams, and calls SOS Heating and Cooling his favorite Luxair dealer. Trusted since 1950, with Luxair you get a free 10-year labor warranty with a new system. SOS Heating and Cooling.
SOS to the rescue! SOS! SOS!
Celebrating 50 years in the commercial real estate development industry in Omaha and nationwide, Noddle Companies is proud to continue its tradition of supporting Husker athletics. Check out what's new in Omaha, which includes revolving recreation and the food hall at Zone 6 in Exarban Village. Another exciting project coming soon are the Blackstone Urban Road Townhomes. Noddle Companies, creating long-term value through community development. For more information, visit noddlecompanies.com. Go Big Red!
The Sports Nightly Hotline is brought to you by Woodhouse, where you can shop your way from one of the 16 convenient locations or online at woodhouse.com anytime with 18 brands and a huge selection of pre-owned. You can always find what you're looking for with Woodhouse. 402-413-2400, that number to text or call in if you would like. We got a couple more segments left here. We'll open the phone lines up for you if you want to give us a call. And Husker softball. I've done that now 3 times this week.
Yeah, you did that on Wednesday, too.
I said Husker softball. I think just because I was in such a habit, and then we had Jordy Ball, and so I stayed in the mindset. Husker soccer is on the field tonight in their second exhibition contest, taking on Oklahoma, and Jake's been following it for us. He's got an update for us. Jake, what do you got?
Yeah, just over 11 minutes left in the first half. Nebraska and Oklahoma still tied 0-0 right now, so we'll see if they can turn it on.
Awesome, thanks. They did late the other day.
They did.
They came from behind.
They did. They shouldn't have, but they did. That's all right. Found a way to win.
Hey, South
That's all that
Dakota
matters.
State,
You just got to find a way to win.
We had Sarah Weber on the other night. She said South Dakota State, they're an older team that have a lot of people coming back. They are experienced. They're probably going to make the postseason, the
We're
tournament.
supposed to be good this year, too, though, right?
Yeah, but we're still pretty young.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So it's just so different when you have you're playing an old team. That there's no fear. They've got, even if they don't tell them they're not as talented, right?
Right.
We've seen that. How many times have we seen that happen on a football field? So if it's an older team, they're just dangerous. But I think they're going to make it to Sarah was saying that they could be a tournament team anyways. So, good stuff. We will be paying close attention to that.
Well,
I was
just going to say, let's hope that no one had money on the game.
Okay, good transition there. How about some of the stuff that's coming out about the Iowa State? And they're betting against their own team that they're playing on. They're betting like the under.
The betting scandals that are going on around all of athletics right now are ridiculous. I don't understand what people think like this was going to be okay. Like, there's some giant no-nos that you can't do. One of them is betting against yourself or betting on any game whatsoever that you are involved in. Like, you just can't do it. And to see that college kids are doing it, some of these kids under the age of 21, mind you, which is now a federal problem because now you're talking about you're impersonating someone, or one guy like signed it under mama's name or something like that. Like, it's not good. You can't do that. It's bad, bad, bad.
It's just mind blowing to me that there's so many. And, again, it's one thing to bet on, like, say you're a college football player betting on an NBA game, but you're talking about college football players betting on their own games. What are these guys singing? How do they not know that that's not okay?
They do. They just think it's like, I don't know, just trying to make some money, or I don't think people understood how FanDuel and DraftKings and all these betting sites, like, they track your IP to the location of, like, that's where all these guys in the NFL are getting in trouble. They were betting in the facility. Like, you got to be really, really kind of just like, whoo, to do that. But even let's talk about Phil Mickelson. How about Phil Mickelson?
$1
billion? $1 billion. And one of them, like, I love how he came out on Twitter. He's like, yeah, everyone knows I like to bet. Everyone knows I like to have a good time. I never did anything illegal. It's like, dude, $1 billion? Are you out of your mind? You know what you could do for $1 billion?
How much has he made, though, overall?
I mean, I don't know if he's made $1 billion. I can't imagine.
No, I'm just saying in his lifetime.
I mean, he just signed with LIV or whatever, and they gave him a ton of money, even though they're coming back to the PGA. Did you see Rory's clap back at him? Rory McIlroy's?
I saw some people saying that they don't like. I'm not a huge Rory fan.
I love Rory. Bite your tongue.
You do?
Why wouldn't you love Rory? Rory's a savage. Are you kidding me? But like, yeah, they asked me about Phil Mickelson. He's like, well, Phil could bet on the Ryder Cup this year because he's not going to be in it. And I was like, yes, mic drop. See you later. Why don't you like Rory?
Because I think he was a little too outspoken. So here's my thing on that. I think it's easy for him to speak from the top where he is and have some concern or say, oh, well, it shouldn't, there's no problems, without understanding that it takes a bunch of golfers at all different levels to make up the PGA. And for a long time, if you didn't make the cut, you didn't make money. I have a really good friend that's a caddy, and caddies were treated horribly. And, these guys can't have a job outside of golfing. And so there are just a lot of things that needed to be changed about the sport. Here's Rory that's made a lot of money. He's not affected as much as some of these other guys.
Be better at golf.
No, they had not changed. How would you, there was not like a players union, like how much has the NFLPA and NBA, like, they take care of you guys, but things in golf had not changed since like 1970. And so things needed to be changed. They needed to be addressed. And Liv actually brought on some great changes and honestly, the ratings have been higher. There's been a lot of good. I know that there's a lot of controversy, and I'm not trying to say that I support Liv, but I'm just saying that the move to Liv has actually impacted golf in a positive way.
But I'll say this, the PGA hosed Rory. They absolutely hosed Rory.
By making him,
They like, we got your back. Yeah, do your thing, stand up. And they're like, oh, by the way, we're going to merge with that LIV thing. And just threw him completely under the bus. The thing is,
like, there were other golfers that did that. They just didn't have as big a platform as Rory. They were all telling him that kind of stuff, and then pulled the plug on.
I love golf. Did you watch The Full Swing on Netflix, the documentary on it?
I watched a couple episodes, but I didn't watch the full thing.
I watched the whole thing. F1, I'm all in on F1 racing. I'll wake up at 4 a.m. and watch it if it's in like some other country. I love it. I watched the documentary on Netflix.
That's kind of surprising.
So in on it.
Were you in on it before?
No, never even knew it really existed.
So now that you watched the documentary, you're
so in. Hooked, line, sinker. Max Verstappen, savage.
I do think I'm going to go out to the Pinnacle Bank Championship tomorrow.
My wife and I, we didn't even really know that. We talked about it like today. She was like, hey, did you know? I was like, I didn't even know this was happening. Like, we were going to see maybe we could go, but trying to get a last-minute sitter is just kind of a nightmare. So, but yeah, we would have loved to go.
Are you petitioning for sitters? Anybody listening?
Listen, if you want to come watch my mongrels run around for a few hours, you just let me know.
No. One of my favorite things, I'm a big fan of going to golf tournaments and walking, being outside, and I love that. I mean, I think it's going to be a little bit hot, but either way, I have some family members, some distant relatives that are up there playing. My dad was like, you got to go up there. So I think I'm going to make the trek up there and go watch them play tomorrow.
It's going to be warm. It's going to be warm.
That's all right.
I
can
golfed
handle
today.
it.
It was hot. It was hot.
You're kind of a weenie, though, when it comes to
I
heat.
don't like the heat. No, put me in the cold
I'm a
weather.
weenie in the cold.
Put me in
I can handle the heat.
No.
I got no problem with the heat.
You can never take enough clothes off. You can always put more clothes on. Listen, if it's cold, throw another jacket on. But, like, it's unacceptable to just be walking around in nothing because it's so hot outside.
Greg will always, like, text me or, like, ask me in the break sometimes about how I'm doing when the weather's cold, and I'm just salty as all get out. And in the side when I'm doing sideline, like, the game last year, it was so cold, and I'm just, like, shivering down there, and I'm, like, miserable. He's like, how you doing? I'm like, this sucks. But I also don't think either, because my first year I didn't get a real good taste of what the winter is here. And last year was kind of like my first. I feel like I'll be better prepared for it this year.
Yeah, I mean, this summer has been beautiful. It's been so nice. Probably the nicest summer I can remember since moving here in 2009. Looks like we have a text update, 1-0 Huskers. I'm assuming that means for the soccer team.
Oh,
can we get a fact check?
Jake,
can we get a fact
score?
check? Jake? Is that a fact check or is that someone blowing smoke up here?
No, it is definitely true.
That is confirmed. 1-0.
Wait, he's on. Are you on? We just can't hear you.
Yep. Yeah, it's 1-0 right now. Nebraska with the 1-point lead with about 5 minutes left in the first half.
Oh, nice. Do you know who scored?
No, I was doing other things.
I'm here for it.
All right. Well, we'll
I'm
take a
here for
break.
it.
If you want to look that up, you can let us know on the other side of this.
Oh, we got winners and losers coming.
We have winners and you were so excited after we
I've got it down
introduced
now.
that to
I'm
you.
ready.
You told us on Tuesday you already had your winners
I already
and
have
losers
my winners
of
and
the week.
loser for the week. I'm ready.
All right. So we're going to get to that coming up right after this. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. Get 3.9% financing for 66 months, plus up to $2,750 bonus cash on F-150 and F-150 Lightning, only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
It's time for some Nebraska farm facts. Want to know a fast way to rev up our Nebraska economy while helping the planet? It's right in your tank. When you fill up with clean soy-based biodiesel, you're increasing Nebraska biodiesel production while reducing greenhouse gases by up to 74%. So look for biodiesel where you fill up. It benefits our air, our economy, and our farmers. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
T&L Irrigation Company knows their way around a field and across it, into the corners, and even through storms. T&L engineers are constantly working on solutions producers need, like the new gooseneck cradle corner system attachment. It greatly improves corner span stability to tackle steep terrain and stand up to high winds. If you're looking to upgrade your corner system or add on new, call your T&L Irrigation dealer today or visit TLIRR.com to learn more. T&L, like no other.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Here's to the locals, raised right here in the Western Corn Belt. The strong ones. We help them grow stronger, making world-class genetics research and technology local. The cutting-edge yet common-sense agronomy, the shake-em-up yields. Because we're born and raised here too. And we'll keep raising the bar to ensure you only get the best at Hogemeyer. Raised local, raised right here. Learn more at therightseed.com.
There's a new kind of season ticket when you fly from the Lincoln Airport, the official airport of the Huskers. Now at LNK, choose from fast, affordable, non-stop flights to your favorite vacation spots. All from an airport that's relaxed and hassle-free. It's never been easier to get off the bench and enjoy an adventure with the whole family. Visit GoFlyLNK.com and book your trip today. Let's go.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network broadcast center, sponsored by Acres, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Acres, solutions for every field. Final segment of Sports Nightly. I did think of something else during the break of why I don't like Rory is he plays very, very slow.
Well, when you're really good at golf, you make sure you hit the right shots.
Oh my gosh.
You don't play ready golf on the PGA Tour, all right? You
A lot
go
of people
by
do.
your. Are they number 3 in the world?
Why isn't he number 1?
I don't know. 3's pretty damn good, Jessica. I don't know about that. 1, 2, 3's pretty dang good.
Okay, your favorite segment.
Yes.
You're so hyped about this.
I
Winners
was.
and losers of the week. We all have them. So we'll start with Jake or Cole. Who's up first?
This is Cole
Okay.
back here. My winner of the week is the recently drafted Nebraska baseball class. They're all doing their thing. I know that Bryce Matthews homered, I think, Wednesday night. Shea Shanaman got called up to a Braves minor league affiliate. Max Anderson keeps hitting the baseball, all that. So that's my winner.
Nice.
My loser is just because Jeremiah brought it up, is the Stanford tree. I hate him.
It's fair. It's fair.
You hate him. Okay.
I'll give you that.
All right. Greg texted in at 11:01 this morning to make sure that he gave
He
us.
was ready.
He loves this segment too. He said, my winner this week is Husker Wrestling for hiring All-American James Green as a new assistant coach. My loser is the Baltimore Orioles for their ridiculous suspension of broadcaster Kevin Brown for factually pointing out the team's struggles versus Tampa Bay over the last few years. Did you see that?
No, but that's just such a play-by-play guys. We band together, right? They talk about unions. We got each other's backs.
Well, it was pretty crazy. So there was a graphic that was built. He didn't build the graphic, right? The producer and graphics people did, and he's just reading off the graphic about the last time that the Orioles won. And the next thing you know, next thing you know, he's suspended for saying about how bad they are.
Ugh.
Anyways, okay, there you go. There's Greg's. Jake, you're up.
Yeah, so my winner is going to be the major Husker volleyball fans for picking up an extra half hour of pregame every time a game happens this year. I think that's going to be pretty exciting for them. And then Greg actually took who I was going to take as the loser with that whole suspension situation.
Pretty wild.
Double loser.
So Greg texted on Monday his winner, and I told Camden he could just have it, that Greg's not here. So I should have just let Jake say sorry if that was your bet.
Wait, so okay. Do the winners have to be Husker related?
No.
Okay,
No.
thank you. Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm still catching the rules for the game.
It could be anything.
All right.
Jake also could be a winner for rolling through the ticker through John Baylor interrupting the entire time last night too. All right, who you got? You've been waiting on this all week.
My winner of the week, love him, hate him, and he's a polarizing guy, is Barstool Sports' Dave Portnoy. That dude sold Barstool to Penn for $550 million, and then he bought it back from them this week for $1. Arguably the greatest business transaction that has ever taken place whatsoever. He is now back to being the sole owner of Barstool Sports after selling it for $550 million.
How did that even work?
Because Penn is a gambling thing, and so they didn't like all the regulations, and they were getting dinged because Barstool is Barstool. And so they were just like, we want out, we want back. So there were some options involved, stock options, half revenue splits, but he ended up buying it back from them for a single dollar.
That's
Savage.
mind-blowing.
I'm a big Dave Portnoy fan. I love Dave Portnoy. My loser of the week, we talked about him on Wednesday. He's going to be my loser forever and always, is Johnny Manziel, thinking that he's going to be relevant again with that documentary that came out. Everyone's like, oh, poor Johnny. Dead the demons. But overall, huge loser in my book. I hate him.
You still haven't watched it though, right?
I refuse.
All right, well, I mean, my loser, I'm going to repeat this because I thought that they were going to respond and get better. But USA Women's Soccer, you're just so used to them playing for a World Cup title, and they weren't there. So sad to not see them there. And my winner are those guys that got the first single digits for Nebraska football. That was really cool.
Winners.
And those 4 guys that got them. And then that's winner A. Winner B is Alex and Sam Rahuric.
We get a B?
Well, no, I'm just.
How come
we
you get
all
2?
know Alex Rahuric from the Corn Crib.
That's
that he
fair.
got married last weekend. So congratulations to Alex and Sam, newlyweds.
Fair. Now that I know we get 2 winners
No,
next
you
time.
don't.
Whoa.
I just figured we could all agree on that. Thank you so much for being here all
Yes,
week.
it was a blast. I'll have to do it again.
We're going to keep you signed up to fill in whenever we need it. All right. Thanks to Jeremiah Sirles, Jake Pull back there for helping us out running the board. And thank you guys for listening. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday on Sports Nightly.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
When you're prepared for life, you get more out of life. When you're prepared, you spend less time worrying and more time doing the things you love. How prepared are you? When you're ready to find out, Emeritus is ready to help. First, we get to know you. Then we make a plan together, one that lets you enjoy today and prepare for tomorrow. That's what we call fulfilling life. Emeritus, insurance, employee benefits, financial services.
Meet water's bubblier and more energetic best friend, Bubbler Antioxidant Sparkling Water. With tons of flavors, there's one for every occasion. Interviewing for your dream job, hitting the beach, or going on an epic road trip? Pop the top on your favorite Bubbler flavor and awesome antioxidants swoop in to balance your body and focus your mind. Right before a boost of natural caffeine shows up to save your day. There's a benefit in every bubble and a happier you just waiting to rise up. Find out more at Drink Bubbler on Instagram.
It's more powerful than the legendary Husker option offense. More powerful than the black shirt defense. It's the sun, and you can harness its power with JTech Solar. JTech, the official solar energy experts of the Huskers, can help you shrink your energy bills and start saving money now. Solar power is clean, affordable, and it's dependable because the sun always shines on the Huskers. JTech Solar for your home, business, or agriculture energy needs. Visit jtechsolar.com.
Hy-Vee makes grocery shopping easy with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. Just order online, schedule a pickup or delivery time, then leave the shopping to us. Download the Hy-Vee app or go to HyVeeAislesOnline.com. It's easy to create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Plus, with Hy-Vee Aisles Online, pickup is free on orders over $24.95, and delivery is free with the